Good morning, first grade. This is your math class for Wednesday, December 16, 2020. We will be doing lesson 5.1 today. Lesson 5.1. Be sure to take that out of your lesson book. You will also need a pencil today. Those are all the supplies you will need. Be sure you have your lesson and your pencil, and you will be ready to go. Today is our very first lesson in Chapter 5. In Chapter 5, we will be making models and thinking about strategies for addition and subtraction. Today is a problem-solving lesson, add or subtract. Let's write our name at the very top and let's begin. The date is 12-16-20. 12-16-20. Please read the lesson with me. Problem solving. Add or subtract. Essential question. How can making a model help you solve a problem? We already know the answer to that, don't we? When we make models, it will help us see the numbers and help us understand the equation much better. Pictures, whether they are bar graphs or whether they are cube trains, really help us visually see what we need to know and what we need to do. Let's read our very first story together. The girl's name is Nicole. Please read it with me. Nicole sees 16 turtles on the beach. Some turtles swim away. There are 9 turtles still on the beach. How many turtles swim away? Well, let's unlock the problem. What do I need to find? How many turtles swim away, right? That's the last question. Let's trace the word turtles. Good. What information do I need to use? Well, I always tell you, circle the important numbers. Some turtles swim away. We don't know what that number sum is, do we? So 16 turtles are on the beach. Trace that. We don't know how many swim away because they use the word some, S-O-M-E. And then it tells us 9 turtles are still on the beach. Now that we've organized our numbers and we know what we need to find, let's put it into a model or a picture. Show how to solve the problem. They're using 2 different pictures here to help us solve, or 2 different models. They're using a bar model and a cube train. In this equation, we have 2 numbers in the bar, and we have the biggest number at the bottom representing the whole group. Here we know from the story we have 16 turtles on the beach. So we'll put that number at the bottom, won't we? It represents how many there were all together. Down here it says again 16 turtles. Over here in the yellow cubes, that shows us the whole number 16. It's on the bottom. Just like 16 is on the bottom here. That's my big number, my whole number. Then I'm going to put one part that I do know up in the bar. The one part I do know is the 9 turtles that are still on the beach. So they put their 9 up here in the bar. That's a number we do know. And here again, 9 turtles still on the beach. Sure, yep, 9 there. 9 there. And the red number, friends, over here to the right, represents that number 9. Don't they do their models in an organized way? Notice how 16 represents the big number, so it's at the bottom. And my yellow bar that represents 16 is also on the bottom. Makes sense, doesn't it? And don't you like how the number 9, which is a part, is on the right-hand side in the bigger section. It's also over here on the right. I love how they keep their models organized. I love how I can see similarities between the two different models. So I need to find the difference. What's the difference? Basically 16 plus, excuse me friends, 9 plus what equals 16? Well, let's figure it out. Let's start with 9 and let's count until we get to 16. Are you ready? Here we go. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now I'm going to count the cubes to see what the difference is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is the other part. Now I know that 7 swim away. Very good. To find the difference, it would look like this. 16 minus 9 equals 7. Go ahead and make sure your models and your numbers look like mine. I'm going to show you a big example of that same model. Do you notice there are 16 yellow cubes down at the bottom? Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's that big number at the bottom, the whole number 16. Then I have 9 represented with the red cubes to the right because the 9 part is to the right, isn't it? I love that. Let's count and make sure there are 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now over here is that part that we don't know. Some swam away. Some. Let's figure out how many swim away with our blue marker. We're just repeating what we did down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sure enough, the difference is in blue. The difference is 7. Good job, friends. All right, let's move on to our next equation. Let's flip it like a pancake or open it up. Same idea here, friends. We're going to make a model to solve, use cubes to help you. Let's read this yellow cloud. What do I need to find? What information do I need to use? Let's read number 1 together. It's a story about rabbits. There are 4 rabbits in the field. Some more rabbits come. Now there are 12 rabbits. How many rabbits come to the field? So what do I need to find? You're right. I need to find how many rabbits come to the field. What information do I need to use? Circle it with me. I need to use 4 rabbits are in the field, and at the end there are 12 rabbits. In the middle, I'm not sure. Some rabbits come. All right, now let's put that into our bar graph. What's our big number here? Now there are 12, so sure enough, they have that number 12 at the bottom. That's my big number. And again, it's represented over here in yellow. 12. Now I need to find out my 2 parts. They've given me 1 part. The part they did tell me was there are 4 rabbits. 4 rabbits, 4 rabbits, 4 rabbits in red over here. Notice how the small part of 4 is in the small piece of the bar. Notice how the number 4 is on the left-hand side of the bar. So my red cubes are on the left side also. Don't you like how they stay so organized? Don't you like how this model and this model go together so nicely? I sure do. We need to find the difference between the two. So friends, let's go ahead and count on until we get from 4 to 12. Now, it might be a little bit harder to do this. You want to make sure you match up as good as you can as you're drawing your cubes. They should not be very big. To make it a little bit easier, I made an example here that matches this picture. It's just a bigger one. So we have 12. We have 12 yellow at the bottom, representing the 12 rabbits that there are. I have 4 rabbits in the field. Now I'm going to count on to see how many rabbits came. Are you ready to count with me? Let's start with 4 and count on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Notice how I stopped as soon as they were lined up. Let's see how many we have in blue. That will be how many rabbits came. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we know 8 rabbits come and 8 are here. Let's make sure we draw 8 cubes up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice how my models don't match up nicely, do they? See how nicely they match up over here? I'm going to try one more time to make my models the same, my cube trains the same exact length. I'm going to try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's better. Notice how they line up nicely now. That's hard to do. Good. All right, let's move on. Number 2. Here we go. It's going to be about birds. Let's use our eagle eye and look at the picture. There are 14 birds in a tree. Some birds fly away. There are 9 birds still in the tree. How many birds fly away? What do I need to find? I need to find out how many birds fly away. What information do I need to use? 14 birds in the tree. Some fly away. And now there are 9 birds still in the tree. All right, what's my big number? 14 is my big number, so 14 is down below because that's my big number. It represents the whole. Over here, I have 14 yellow cubes at the bottom. Good. I was going to show you, and I have a model here that matches my story. 14 yellow cubes on the bottom. Then it says some birds fly away. That's this question that we don't know. That's this empty side, this empty part. We don't know how many birds fly away, but we do know at the end there are 9 birds still in the tree. So 9 goes in that bigger part. 9 birds still in the tree down here. And up here, I have 9 red cubes representing the birds that are still in the tree. Notice how the 9 that we do know is on the right, and the 9 red cubes are on the right-hand side. Again, I love how they keep everything organized and in its right place. Let's count on from 9 until we get to 14 and see what the difference is. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Let's do it in blue first because it's easier to see. Ready? We say 9, say 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There we go. I got to 14. Notice how it lines up so beautifully. How many did I make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So I'm going to write 5 birds fly away. 5 up here in the bar graph. And now I have to draw 5 cubes, making sure as much as possible they are the same length. Are you ready? Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. I did a little bit better that time, didn't I? Good. If I were to write this, I could write an addition sentence. 5 plus 9 equals 14. Go ahead and make sure your number 2 is all filled in with Mrs. Trana's. All right. Let's move on. Here we go. Number 3. Read it with me, please. There are 20 ducks in the pond. Then 10 ducks swim away. How many ducks are still in the pond? We know that there are 20 ducks. We know that 10 swim away. Then we want to know how many ducks are still in the pond. My big number is what? 20. And what 2 parts can I add together to make 20? 10 plus what? It would look like this. 10 plus what equals 20. That one's easy, isn't it? One of my clues tells me that this side of the bar and this side of the bar are the exact same size, which means they're equal. So it's probably the same number, isn't it? Does that sound right? 10 plus 10 equals 20? Sure does. Let's write 10 on the line. Let's move on. Number 4. Read it with me, please. This is about eagles. 3 eagles land in the trees. Now 12 eagles are in the trees. How many eagles were in the trees to start? What do we need to find out? How many eagles were in the tree to start? What information is important? 3 eagles that land in the tree. Then now there are 12 eagles in the tree. That means like at the end. How many were there to start? I started with a number I don't know. Now I have to add a number, 3. And now there are 12 eagles in the tree. So my equation would read a box plus 3 equals 12. My bar would look like this. My big number 12 is at the bottom, and the part I do know is 3, which is in the smaller side. So it looks like I have a big number to figure out. How can I figure out that number? I could count on from 3 until I get up to 12. That's one way. And then see how many I had to fill in. Could I use subtraction? Because this number is so small, I could count back 3. A related fact could help me. So I could do, my related fact that could help is 12 minus, 3 equals what? Let's start at 12 and count back 3. Ready? Say 12, 11, 10, 9. What number did I say? 9. So now I'm going to use 12 minus 3 equals 9 to help me solve blank plus 3 equals 12. What digit is missing up there? Yeah, that 9. Let's write 9 in there. 9 plus 3 equals 12. So 9 and 9 eagles. So now I know at the beginning of my story there was 9 eagles. 3 more landed, and now there was 12 eagles altogether. Good. Up in number 3, we used doubles addition to help us, didn't we? 10 plus 10. And here we used subtraction to help you solve for addition. We used the strategy of fact families. We also used the strategy of counting back. Lots of strategies in there, isn't there? All right, let's move on. Number 5, this story is about squirrels. Let's do it together. 8 squirrels are in the park. Some more squirrels come. Now there are 16 squirrels. How many squirrels come to the park? What do we need to find out? How many squirrels come to the park? That's what we need to find out. How many squirrels come? What's the important information that I need to know? I need to know that at the beginning there was 8 squirrels. And I need to know that at the end there was 16 squirrels. Do you see that? I need to figure out how many came. Let's look at my bar graph. The big number, 16, is at the bottom. That represents the whole big number. And in the bar, I see 2 parts. I know one part. I know there was 8 at the beginning, but I don't know how many came. Can you think of a fact that has 8 plus something equals 16? Okay. Notice how these 2 parts of the bar are the exact same size. What does that tell us? If the 2 sides or the 2 parts of the bar are the same size, it tells me that it's going to be the same number. Does that sound right? Does 8 plus 8 equal 16? Sure does. You see now why doubles facts are so important to know? We've used them twice just on this one page. I love doubles facts. All right, let's go to the back. Here we go. Liz picks 15 flowers. 7 are pink. The rest are yellow. How many are yellow? See if you can do that on your own. I'm going to do my work on the paper. You can do your own work and see if we get the same answer, or you can copy my work. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 8. I know 7 plus 7 equals 14, so 7 plus 8 equals 15. That's doubles plus 1. All right, let's go on to number 7. Cindy. Cindy has 14 sand dollars. She has the same number of large and small sand dollars. Write a number sentence about the sand dollars. So we know that our bar has the big numbers 14 at the bottom, and it says she has the same number of large and small. So this is going to be the same number. So let's make it right down the middle as much as we can. This number, this part, and this part are the same number. Is there a doubles fact that we know that has the sum of 14? We set it up here. What was it? 7 plus 7, so that she has 7 large and 7 small. Let's write the equation. 7 plus 7 equals 14. All right, we're going to do the hot problem together today. Number 8. Sam has 3 more books than Ed. Sam has 8 books. How many books does Ed have? All right, let's just write their names. Sam and Ed. Sam has 3 more books than Ed. Sam has 8 books. Okay, so Sam has 8. And it says Sam has 3 more books than Ed. So let's just subtract 3 and we'll know how much Ed has. We kind of have to think in reverse. Sam has 8 and Sam has 3 more books than Ed. Let's subtract 3 and we'll get Ed's number. Ready? 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. We counted back, didn't we? Let's do it again. Start at 8, count back 3. 8, 7, 6, 5. 5. Ed has 5 books. Good. I'll read test prep to you, but you're going to have to figure that one out all on your own. Let's read it together. There are 13 fish in the tank. Some fish swim behind the rock. There are 8 fish in front of the rock. How many fish are behind the rock? Good luck figuring it out. Check your answers with Mom and Dad, and we'll see you later, puppies.